Hey, I'm Cameron McKenzie at CameronMCNZ on Twitter, and I wanted to talk to you about sequence projects in UiPath. Just give you a bit of an introduction on how to create them and do something a little bit more than Hello World. I've got a couple of Hello World examples, and if you're just brand new to UiPath Studio, I suggest that you take a look at those. But if you get the couple of Hello World UiPath examples under your belt, then this UiPath sequence project example is going to give you a little bit of an idea of how you can do some workflow and programming inside of UiPath. So to start this project off, I'm going to create a new process. I'm going to call it the number guessing game, a little blank process there. And as soon as the project is created, I'm going to click on this button to open the main workflow. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep asking a user, hey, pick a number between 1 and 10 until they've picked the number 5. And in order to do an activity like that where somebody keeps doing something until a condition is achieved, you're best to use a do while activity. So I've gone into the workflow, control, and do while section and added this activity here. And of course, in this activity, what do I want to do? Well, I want to keep asking the user to pick a number between 1 and 10. And so in order to ask for input, what you need is you need to go into the system area, into dialogues, and you can find the input dialog. And with the input dialog, say something like in quotes, and then in quotes. Again, make sure this is all in quotes. So this is going to have a little dialog box that says, hey, pick a number between 1 and 10, and then that's the title, and then it's actually going to say in the dialog box, what's the number. Now when this runs, it can take the input that the user types in and store it as a variable. And you can see this little, what's the output of running this input dialog box? Well, it's the information somebody's typed in, which we can store as a variable. Now, in order to store variables, you need to actually declare them. So there's this little variables tab down here. You can see imports, arguments, and variables. Down here, I'm just going to create a variable named guess. It's going to be of type, well, I may as well make it of type int. The scope will be for the entire sequence, and so that's the sequence. So if you make it sequence scope, the variable is available inside the sequence, the do while, the body. If you make it less general, you might not be able to use the variable in different parts of the sequence. So that's why I made it sequence. So that's the guess, and you can see right here in that input dialog box, the result of somebody interacting with that dialog box and typing something in is the initialization or setting of that variable. So when somebody types something into the dialog box, it's going to update this variable guess. Okay, so what is the condition? Well, we're going to keep running this do while loop until they've picked the right number. So we'll keep doing it while they've got the wrong number. And so that would be something like guess is not equal to 5. Right, because we're just going to say 5 is the magic number. And then when that do while loop is completed, you can see that's sort of the scope of the do while loop there. I want to do another activity, and in this case, I just want to say to them, hey, you guessed the right number. So I'll add an activity here. Now I can add this message box activity. Another way you can do this is you can find the message box here and just add this on top. And what we can do here is we can say, you picked the right number. It was, and then we can do something like 5. And there we go. We picked the right number. I guess we could do it was, and then plus their guess, right? Because they've guessed it correctly. So I can say guess.toString. And that gives you a bit of an idea of how you can append sort of a variable to an output message there. And that's the whole thing. So that's the basic sequence. Let's see how much of this I can get on the screen all at once. Lower that. There's the sequence. We say during this sequence we had a do while loop. Inside this while loop, we ask the number to keep picking a number between 1 and 10. If they guess the number 5, we say, hey, you picked it right, and we use that variable to print that result out to them. Okay, I think that all looks good. Double check that you've initialized that variable, and so that looks good. Make sure it's declared down here, guess and guess. And when this is done, I can actually run the file. And you can see it says, what's the number? And I'll say 1. and it comes back again, and I'll say 6, and it comes back again, and I'll say 3, and it comes back again, and I say 5, and then finally it says you picked the right number. It was 5. I click OK, and then the application completes. And there you go. That's a nice introduction to a basic sequence project that uses workflow. And there you go. That's a good introduction, I think, to UiPath sequence projects. I've got a couple other tutorials that are going to build on this that'll show you how to do conditional statements, add try-catch blocks, add some variables, and a few other things that I think you'll find pretty interesting and really help you learn how UiPath and UiPath Studio works. Anyways, if you enjoyed that, head over to theserverside.com. I'm the editor-in-chief over there. You can follow me on Twitter at CameronMCNZ and subscribe on YouTube.